Hi, it's Sheri Kreiner. I'm back tonight to discuss with you the book, The Millions Within by David Neagle. And we are currently on chapter 3, which is discovering what you really want. Now, in the past few videos, I've gone through a broad general overview of the entire book, and then chapter 1, the introduction. And chapter 2 was understanding who you are. And now, as I said, I'll be reviewing and discussing chapter 3 is discovering what you really want. Now, just to let you know, which I'm sure that you've noticed, but I'll be referring to my notes as chapter 2 and chapter 3 are just really unusually long chapters in this book. They're probably the two longest chapters, but filled with tons of valuable information. And could you be so kind and click on the subscribe button? I'd truly appreciate that if that could be done. Okay, now moving forward. Again, chapter 3, discovering what you want. Let me ask you a question. Are you living the life you want? If not, what I'm about to discuss and review with you will be very helpful. In chapter 2, understanding who you are, a person can be described in the following ways. This is a recap of chapter 2. Number 1, spiritual being. Number 2, emotional being. Number 3 has an intellect. And number 4 has a physical body. As spiritual beings, we are connected to all the knowledge of the universe. And since spiritual energy has no limits, when you are working with that energy, you are working with infinite potential. Number 2 is, in order to tap into that potential energy, you must know, understand, and own the universal rule, number 1, more life. Number 3 is, this is your divine right. Align your conscious with your subconscious toward a goal based on what your heart truly wants. Nothing can stop you, and the results will be awesome. Number 4 is, although it is a divine right, you can still mess it up. Now, in this video, I'll be discussing ways of discovering just what your heart truly desires. However, I want to introduce some background information so that you better understand the principles developed here. Number 1, the brain resides in your head, while your mind is universal and resides in each cell of your body. Number 2 is the brain has 2 functional parts. The first one being the conscious, and the second one being the subconscious. Number 3, the conscious, which is the intellect, is capable of making decisions. Number 4, the subconscious stores everything and is in charge of your feelings. All input is stored forever. What kind of information, you ask? All of the information. Number 5 is brainwashing. Since there are no filters in place to evaluate information, any of the information being received until at least 7 years of age, the developmental process of children is similar to that of brainwashing. Everything is taken in as a fact by the child at least until 7. And then by decreasing frequency after that, and this includes things like, and the importance of family, friends, likes and dislikes, concepts of what is taboo, generosity, tolerance, acceptance of new ideas, and approach to money. Is money the root of all evil? Is it difficult to obtain? Is life hard? Should you expect to be successful? Most of the truths that we hold dear come from this time in our life when we had no ability to filter incoming information. Have you ever thought critically about how you developed your most strongly held beliefs, such as, toward or in relation to relationships, money, child rearing, political views, religious views. Where do you think you got them? Most came from the tribe that handed to you before you were able to evaluate the incoming information. Number 6, your decision making is strongly affected by the subconscious based on relationships to events that were planted when you were a child. You make most of your life's decisions on what you believe those relationships are. Just think about it. Ideas we might die from were laid down in a 5-year-old brain. Kind of scary, huh? As you can see, your subconscious determines your choices, and your choices determine your responses, and ultimately it gives you the life you are leading right at the present time. Now, I want to tell you a story that's in regards to what, I just was discussing with you. And the story is about a newlywed couple, a young newlywed couple. The wife was cooking dinner, getting ready to prepare dinner. And, the husband comes in and he noticed that she cut off the end of the roast before she put it in a roasting pan. And the husband asked her why, she cuts off the end of the roast. And she said, because my mom does, that's what my mom did. And he said, why? And she goes, well, I don't know, let me call her. So she gave her a call and she asked her mom that question, why do you cut off the end of the roast? And she said, well, that's because I got, that's what my mom told me to do, how to do it. And so, she calls her grandmother and asks the same question, and then it goes all the way up to the great-grandmother. She calls her and says, why, great-grandma, why do you cut off the end of the roast, And she said, well, that's easy. The roasting pot that, I was going to I put the roast in, was too short, or the pan was too long for the roast. So that's why she cut off the end of the roast. And so that story just goes along with how, how your beliefs are affected, and, when you were younger and what you took in and believed. And so moving on to what you really want. What we think we want has also been basically handed down. Why people aren't as successful as they would be or would like to be is that their goals are not in alignment with their heart's true desire. Their goals are someone else's goals. Their real heart's desire is basically in another direction. However, the person continues to strive to complete the goal, which is not in alignment with their heart's true desire. The result is often collapse when, adversity strikes. When failure occurs, the blame is directed toward external factors such as family of origin, shortage of money, ethnicity, politics, etc. It is like intending to go to Florida from Michigan by driving continuously west. Once you align your heart's desires with your decision making, incredible results come with little effort. You then can live your life as play. Now, think about your response to the above statement that I just made. What feelings emerged? Just examine them. Did doubts arise? Do you question that this can be this easy? Just ask yourself those questions, and then just, jot down your response. If you had feelings of any doubt, if you were skeptical, then you have a program in place in your emotional control arena, which is your subconscious, which states hard work, difficulty, poor chance of success equals your desired outcome. This type of programming makes certain that your path towards your desired outcome, basically will be difficult, hard, and with poor chance of success. As a child, we had no control of what went into our subconscious. As an adult, you are responsible for what is in your subconscious and what you do, basically what you do with it. That means you don't have the right to give that responsibility to others, nor blame others for its content and or its expression. Now moving on to daydreaming. The ability to daydream is drummed out of children and even adults by fearful, realistic adults. The message goes like this. To become those things you are thinking about, you would have to attempt, achieve, and pursue things I can no longer imagine. I cannot cope with things I can no longer imagine. I cannot cope with the idea that you get to do what you want to do when I suppress that belief in myself. So, since you trust me, I will pass down the lie I bought into to keep things simple and falsely secure. Now, fine-tune your ability to daydream for creativity. For creativity involves the conscious use of the imagination. Now, moving on to how to discover your heart's desires, there are two simple questions. However, answers are often buried deep within you and may be somewhat difficult to uncover. Now, the first question is that you ask yourself is, what do I really want? What is it that I really want? And the second question is, why do I want it? What is the reason I want it? Is your desire for this object, achievement, or experience present beyond all logic and reason? Is it connected strongly to you personally? Or is it related to what others want? Or do you see people with it as being more happy than you are? There is no more important question to ask or answer to pursue than the clear and basically focused idea of what it is you truly desire. Again, there is no more important question to ask or answer to pursue than the clear and focused idea of what it is you truly desire. You may find or discover that what you originally thought is the answer, indeed is the answer. However, if you find that the answer is Y rather than X, don't despair. Rejoice. Spend some time on this, at least a week. Once you think you have the answer, meditate on it. If other possibilities arise, examine them and ask both of the questions. Over time, you'll become much more mature in your ability to be aware. Continue this process until you arrive at a heartfelt, purpose-filled want or desire. This is your heart's desire at the present level of your awareness. You will be able to maintain this desire easily. However, you must continue to rid yourself of false and limiting beliefs and replace them with beliefs that support the expression of your desire. Now, on the road to achieving your goals, adjustments will be necessary. No negative associations need to be connected with the act of adjustment. Now, this concludes chapter 3, coming up in the next coming chapters or the next chapter, we will discuss in greater detail how to rid ourselves of false and any limiting beliefs, and how to replace them with more supporting positive type beliefs. This will come with the next video, so stay tuned. Also, I just wanted to ask you, and I hope you did, if you received value. And if so, if you could like, share, comment, subscribe, that would be I would truly appreciate that. Also, if you have any questions or would like to get in touch with me, feel free to contact me via my email address, which I have down underneath in the text area. of this video. As well as you can contact me on Facebook, and I've provided a link so that all you have to do is click on it. And yeah, if you also don't forget to turn on your live or notifications so that you get notified of my upcoming chapters and videos on other topics as well. And I want to thank you again, and have a great evening, and I will see you soon. Bye.